Shelby?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't understand French.
Well, the
Apparently
green
that meant
light.
you'll hit the button. Good morning, good evening, good night, and welcome once again to another session of Living World of Darkness Rage across New York. Tonight we have a scene in the Sept, a couple of Guru meeting with one of the soon-to-be elder Black Furies. While Stinger as of late has been very persistent in acquiring decent training dummies and various training weapons, and she's been compiling them near the center of the sept. In fact, those who are watching who may walk by will see that she's set up a pretty decent little training area, even made an obstacle course out of things like tires and various other training thingies. And she's standing in the middle of that, occasionally walking around and like placing things and moving stuff around. She seems to have been at work all day in the heat and is just looking at the fruits of her hours of hard work.
And with that, Gutori will be arriving with Xavier probably following close behind. You asked to see us, Wisp Singer?
Ah, yes, I did. I've been deliberating on who I'm going to be bringing with me on my Elder Challenge, and you were one of the choices.
Hmm. Well, um, I'm honored. Um, what's exactly do you have to do, or what do you have in mind?
For my Elder Challenge, Mother Larissa has tasked me with venturing to the Atrocity Realm, where we will experience firsthand the fall of the Sept of the Running Stones. And in that realm, we will acquire moonstones for a moon bridge to the new cairn.
Hmm.
My task was to lead a pack of Guru no higher than Foster in rank, and have them assist me in this mission, and to ensure that all of them make it back alive.
Hmm. Well, that is indeed quite that's indeed quite a challenge, but well, healing woods is kind of my thing. So if you if you need me, then I will help you in your endeavor.
Thank you. I appreciate your assistance. We will need as much healing as we can get, I'd imagine.
Mm.
I'd also have liked to meet with everybody personally so that I may check your athletic ability and your combat prowess against my own.
he, he looks. Am I going to have to use like uh my hands?
If you are better at fighting in lupus or hispo, then you should use that form. I simply want to see you at your best.
Mm. Well, I'm I'm no room, but I get myself a decent something decent.
Great. In that case, I'd be delighted to test your metal unless there was something else that you wanted to talk about first.
Um, Actually, yes. Um, there are things that I want to talk about. Um, I have a personal problem that, if handled poorly, could put unwanted attention to the sept. So I wanted to see a higher rank and talk about it before doing anything rash. Because apparently, even if I don't remember quite correctly how I got to that conclusion, I pretty much threatened during a conversation to destroy that place to the ground. So I think that talking to someone who has more experience than me in those matters might be actually a better idea than let my emotions talk.
What place did you threaten to destroy?
The zoo.
A zoo.
They're holding my kinfolk sister there in the wolf den, or what they dare to call a den.
Hofstinger's eyes go a bit wide at this. Their kinfolk in the zoo?
Yes, there is one.
She is the only one.
I don't know. I cannot answer that question. The spirits only pointed me to that direction.
Very well then. Have you had the chance to scout the place out at all?
Yes, a little bit, but they are with a tech device to record everything that they see. So this is why I kind of threatened to launch a horde of gremlins on the zoo. But considering the poor relation that we had a few days ago with the weaver spirits, I think that would be a Dragos move. So,
No, no,
uh,
we don't need to make ourselves enemies of the Weaver anymore.
mm,
I hmm, we'd need to go about this delicately to avoid drawing any suspicion. It's it's not easy to just take an animal from the zoo. Hmm.
she's not just an animal; she's my sister.
Well, of course, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it as just an animal. We're all animals. But they keep a very close watch on the ones that they have there. We'll need some glass walkers.
Mm, I already got Emmet, who proposed to help me, but I see what you mean in the fact that if they have 5 wolves and that one of them disappear, this will draw attention, no matter how we try to disguise this.
I have an idea.
Exactly. Yes.
I can just go ahead and wipe whatever paper they have about her. So if they say one of the walls are missing, they would have no way to prove it. So none of the authorities will even turn and take a look at it.
And how do you plan on getting to and taking this paperwork?
There are a few ways, I believe. I can set up a fake investigation concerning the zoo. I can make my way into their offices, posing as a student trying to get an internship, or I just can't have my family to make a donation to them, to the zoo maybe, so I can get a small.
That's not a bad plan. Things to consider, however, most zoos, they're run from some very shady, oftentimes worm and weaver tainted corporations. What will you do if they have a means of discovering what we are?
Was that question to Xavier or Kotori?
Xavier.
Dan, can you repeat it again, please?
Most zoos are owned and operated by weaver and occasionally worm tainted companies. If you enter as Guru, what would your backup plan be if they were to discover what you are?
She, well, not to uh, not to open the wound, but well, considering what happened during, you know, you have to take into account that your rage is kind of problematic when facing normal humans. Maybe one of the kinfolk, or one with less rage, could indeed do what you're suggesting. Vale being, I think, what you call investigator, can maybe, well, maybe he would know how to get inside to get the information that we need, all the papers.
That's what I was thinking.
It's a solid idea. From all I've heard, nobody's developed a means by which to tell kinfolk from normal humans. She'll also need to be examined with very scrutinizing eye to ensure that she herself has not wound up tainted. Were you able, you said you already went there, Katori, were you able to learn anything about her state?
She doesn't seem to be to be ill treated as it could be. She just she's just depressed, and she miss running into the woods. She miss being free. But no, she hasn't mentioned any ill treatment.
Good. So if we're lucky, the worm hasn't, any of the worm's forces haven't noticed that she's there. Or perhaps they haven't done anything to her yet.
Thinking that maybe if I talk to the right spirit, I could maybe lower the gauntlet around the den, maybe make it strong enough so that she can cross with me. That would be, well, that would be a bit more complicated to get, but that would, well, that would give us less problem as to go to the zoo and risk being spotted.
Yes, kinfolk getting into the Umbra. If you can take me there, I actually possess the ability to pull those without Gnosis into the Umbra. But we would still need a way to cover up the sudden disappearance of one of their wolves. For if she's simply pulled into the Umbra with cameras monitoring her, and the wrong people
Mm,
see it, it will be obvious.
mm. Yeah, obviously the glasswalker will have to erase uh, previous videos where I was present, and obviously make those with her tech unable to see anything that night. Mm, but yes, main problem will be claims, and mm, I've heard rumors about that, but don't the um, don't the humans have a way to track animals?
It's it's a possibility that they may have microchipped her, but I think usually they only do that for wild animals they're trying to track.
Mm,
If they have her trapped, I can't think of a reason why they would do that,
mm,
unless unless they think somebody might come get her.
mm. Well, we can't get that out of the realm of possibilities, but better be we better be prudent about that. We wouldn't want to attract attention by doing all the good things but forgetting a simple detail. Simple detail that could be the difference between well, a breach or unwanted attention.
Yes, we'll have to be particularly careful when dealing with it, but well, this happens more than you would think, and it's been done before.
But yes, I I wanted to inform you so that well, I didn't make any rash decisions, or that without telling any of the higher ranks, I would put the sept in a unwanted position.
No, it was very smart for you to come and talk to us about this. At the moment, I know very little about the zoo, but
Mm,
in my free time, I can perform a rite to get a bird's eye view of the area.
mm,
Until then, we will need some investigation done into it. Make sure that it's not owned and operated by anybody that we would consider our enemies. And if it is, we'll need to be prepared for the worst.
mm. I see. Um, Also, might have a question. on other business. Um, I had visions from from my ancestor. They speak of a place of shrouded darkness in the Umbra, where um, well, he wasn't very precise about that, but he told me something that I shouldn't try and get something that is not mine, but I shouldn't try to get something that isn't mine there.
Did they mention the name of this place?
Not really. I'm not thinking straight right now. I need to calm myself and maybe meditate to sort these things out. But does this ring any bell to you?
The Umbra is a vast, vast place, and I am no theurge. I honestly do not know the more obscure umbral realms. Did they give you any more details on the place?
Mm, no, I don't remember that. I don't remember that much of the dream. I would need to concentrate once again, but I think they mentioned the path to take, but I'm not sure what they are talking about. Mm, and actually, I'm going to I'm going to make an ancestor roll on Umbra lore as he's trying to get his shits together to know. Well, that's well, that's 3 success. So that makes it 4 points in Umbra lore. Let's
Alright.
see.
I don't have the lore chart up, but
Mm,
you
well, it's only 1 point.
remember your
It's only 1 success, but
you remember your dream a bit more clearly. You From your ancestors you even hear further whispers of a place a place of lost fetishes, of lost things, things that many believe are never to be seen again, and more darkness. They do not grant you a name of the place or any further information as to the dangers you may face there.
mm. I will have. Oh, well, and he just scratched his head with his back paws. Ah, well, didn't get a clear answer, but yeah, I will have to check for that place of lost fetishes. Ah, mm,
Well, I'm no expert on the Umbra.
mm,
The best advice I could give you for a place obscure and unknown and supposedly containing lost items is that it will be incredibly dangerous, and to go unprepared may mean death. Unsure of how you would prepare,
mm.
but she smiles a bit. Perhaps a bit of Gaia's breath will help you.
Well, I'm not named Gaia's Breath for nothing. It will come in handy. But yeah, yeah, if I prepare an expedition, I will have to get all the fetishes and all the talents that I can get in order to do that. But I guess that that I should go to Homeland. should go to Homeland and seek answers.
That would be a good idea. I'd also possibly suggest running it by Chase's the Storm. He is an extremely
Yes.
skilled theurge. Perhaps he will know more than me.
Very well. So, out of character, it's 1:30 a.m. So, um, I believe that we can call it a scene and continue another time to make the training session.
Okay.
Fine by me.
Was there anything else? Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's good. Well, we'll have to do whatever we can for the talent making when we will both have time. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will we'll end our scene and hope to see you soon. Bye bye.